Hi, I'm Rita. Yeah. Michelle, this is Orion. Orion. And Sterling. Michelle. Awesome. We know them from Los Angeles. Well, I didn't surprise them. Like they knew you were coming. Yeah, I didn't want to tell them. I just wanted to show up. Yeah. Nice to meet you, Michelle. How are you?
Because you know I can show you double duty when you've got two like filming. I
Take care, you guys. How you doing?
One or two or three.
If any, sit over there.
Aloha, everyone. Aloha. There is some mighty fine energy in this room today. Can you feel it? Yes. Ooh. That's why I love bringing those beautiful, beautiful sound of that just centers you and just lets you do this. So aloha, I'm very excited. We have some mainland guests today. Don't worry, I won't mention your names, Orion and Sterling, because that would embarrass you in front of people. But all I have to say is it's a very exciting day to, as we sit here in this magnificent center where we are surrounded by absolute the flow of water. I'm just buying a little time till everybody comes. Because we're transparent here. We don't lie to one another. We just let it be known what I'm doing. So in the meantime, what I can do is bring up the beautiful Michelle LeMay, who's not only our board member, but a practitioner student and just does everything around here. So she's going to come up and do our announcement for us as soon as I give her something to talk with, right? Thank you so much.
Yes. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Yes, the energy feels great. Kind of celebratory. We're still in the middle of the holiday season and we still have a few things going on. And especially today, this is the last Sunday, so we celebrate Birthday Sunday today. And we have lots of birthdays. So what that means is I'm going to say everybody's name who are members who are celebrating birthdays. We can do a round of applause after, but more importantly, stay after. We'll sing happy birthday to everyone and we have cake that will be available for everyone to help celebrate. So does that sound like a good idea? Yeah. All right, so do wait until after I read everybody's name to clap, because I know lots of us are actually in the room. Judith McLeod, Jackie Turner, Deborah Valentinas, which is coming up in a few days, Carla Janae, I know I saw her too, Karen Tilley, Jen Neal, who's a member from Australia, Connie Milner, Donna Rizzo, Katie Welsh, Terry Taylor and Marilyn Taylor, who are both on the mainland. How about a round of applause for everybody in there celebrating birthdays this month in December. It's a big deal. It's a lot of fun, so please stay after for cake. I do want to make mention we have a community board that's just here on my left-hand side on the wall. And what that is for members to post activities that they're personally doing. We have lots that happen in the community and a lot going on with friends and other clubs and organizations that we're in, but we don't have the space for that. It would take the entire wall to be able to put all those flyers and pamphlets. So we do want to make sure that you all know that you are more than welcome to put your events on the board. It's also if you're looking for cars, looking for places to live, to stay, anything like that, that's what that community board is there for. And if possible, if you could have it in smaller or index size cards, that way we can just fit more and fill more, because we have a lot of members who are super active with a lot to offer, and we want to get those words out to you. Because with me in the announcements, it's just specific for the center and what we are presenting. So we want to make sure you know about everything that's going on. So that community board is there. Also, Marion Head here, she talked to the owner of the Coconut Cup. You may be familiar with that place. It's a juice bar. They've got smoothies and breakfast and lunch. And they are willing to do a 10% discount for us on Sundays if you want to go before or after the service. Just let them know that you're with the Spiritual Center, CSL, and they'll give you a 10% discount. So thank you to Marion for that. Nice little treat. I know I went this morning, it was great. And then also, I'll stay on the topic of Marion. Actually, if you don't mind just standing and so they can see you out back. Yay! On January, yes, beautiful Marion. On January 22nd, there will be a workshop. We have been talking about it to save the date. Next week, Marion will actually come up and speak about it. But for you to know and put it on your calendar, it's the Joyful Tai Chi Dance. It's something brand new brand new to us. Marion's been doing it and studying it for years, but new for us, and we're going to be offering that as a workshop for you. It's a Friday evening. It's from 6:30 till 8:30. And then this coming week, we do have New Year's Eve celebration. What we're going to be doing is what we call an angel walk. And it's an opportunity to come, release 2015, and create intentions for 2016. So that's going to start right here at the center at 4 o'clock. And again, we're calling it the Angel Walk. And I know that different people have had different variations. So this will be the CSL Rita and Patrick version of the Angel Walk, which I don't know. So please come and find out along with me at 4 o'clock on Thursday. Now, for a lot of the activities that we do have sign-up sheets. For example, Marion's workshop is there. We have sign-up sheets for our next big event, which is the ordination service on January 10th. It is the Sunday, that's 2 Sundays from now. Service will be at Lidgate. So it's going to be at the big pavilion. Help spread the word. I know it's been in writing. I've been announcing it. It's on every blast that Patrick does, but still sometimes it gets missed. So help spread the word. And what this is, it's a huge celebration. It's a big deal that Reverends Rita and Patrick made their ordination, so now we're going to celebrate it. It's also going to be in the midst of our Sacred Journey, which is a retreat where we have 26 members from other CSLs, mostly Canada, but also the mainland, who are coming to celebrate a week-long journey here. So it's going to be January 10th, and what the sign-ups for are to help us out. We need help. We need help setting up, we need help breaking down, we need help with food, we just need help. So if you feel called to be of service on that day, please let us know just so we have a heads up. There are sign-up sheets for that. And it's a potluck. So if you want to come and celebrate after the service, it'll be a little bit of an extra long service because we do have Sacred Earth Choir. Amy and Jeremy will be there playing music. Michael and Carrie, who are over on this side today, they're going to be playing music. So it's an extra special service that will be at the same time at 9 o'clock, but at Lidgate at the big pavilion. So let us know if you are feeling pulled to be of service and can help us out. That would be fantastic. And then after service, I mentioned the cake, but we're also going to be taking down the Christmas tree, so we do need a little bit of help with that. Sounds like now I'm like, celebrate, help. It is, that's what I'm doing. I'm not gonna hide it. So if you want to help and stay and help us take down the tree, that would be really great. And again, we always do everything in a joyful, celebratory manner. And I believe that is all for me. Thank you so much, and enjoy your service.
Aloha, everyone.
Aloha.
As always, at this time, we like to light our peace candle. What an important time we're in right now in this world to remember that peace begins within us. It starts here in our hearts and then moves out into our communities, into our families, into the world. We never want to forget that it starts here. So this is our time to remember that. And I would like to invite Michelle May back up. She is going to do our meditation today. She's one of our practitioner students, and she feels ready to jump off today. And she's amazing and has an amazing consciousness that she's going to share with us. Thank you, Michelle.
I invite you all to take a few deep breaths as we settle into this feeling of excitement and love that permeates everywhere. I have a quote from Krishnamurti to take into your meditation and your quiet time if you choose. It is only when the mind is free from the old that it meets everything anew, and in that there is joy. It is only when the mind is free from the old that it meets everything anew, and in that there is joy. It is only when the mind is free from the old that it meets everything anew, and in that there is joy. As we stay in this place that we have found of joy and peace in our time together, knowing that this joy and peace and love is all there is. It is this oneness that we call spirit, nature, universe, God. It is all the same, and it connects each and every one of us because it is each and every one of us. This energy that we call love that is ever moving forward is all of us. It's all there is, and it's always moving life forward. And in knowing that, that is why we know, that is why we are gathered. All our hearts are here in this divine appointment. And that's why this time together with Reverends Patrick and Rita and our whole community is in perfect timing. That everything that needs to be shared is shared, and everything that need to be heard will be heard through words, through music, through feeling, through love. With so much gratitude in my heart for this time that we share together. And then once we leave here, sharing our light and our love with everyone we come into contact with, for they are the same energy. With this gratitude, I drop my word into law, the law of our being, the law of our knowingness, the law of love, knowing that it is already perfect and everything is in divine order. As I invite you to say with me together, and so it is.
Helen, Michelle, that was amazing. So perfect. So let's just take a deep breath and just bring ourselves wide awake in the room. Welcome again to Center for Spiritual Living Kauai. If you don't know me, I'm Reverend Rita. This is Reverend Patrick. That was Michelle May giving a beautiful opening invocation. This is Jeremy and Amy Brown who are doing the music today. We love that music. Thank you for just bringing the Hawaiian flavor before service too. Thank you so much. So welcome everyone. And if you don't know where you are, if you have never been to a Center for Spiritual Living before, I always like to say something every Sunday about what we believe. And I try to do it a little different every Sunday, but it's really the same thing. We can't really say anything like totally new. We can only say it in a different way coming through me, and that is that we are amazing. We are amazing, magnificent beings, and we come here to remember that every Sunday. We believe that the divine nature, the divine presence, the divine love manifests itself throughout all of creation, just like Michelle said in her opening invocation. That's who you are. That's who we are. That's who everyone is, no matter what. And we come here to remember that every single solitary Sunday and to bring that highest consciousness within ourselves into our lives and into our experiences, no matter what is occurring. That's what's meeting it. And when the universe makes a demand upon itself, it has to meet the demand. That's the way it goes, and that's what we believe. So welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Kauai. And Patrick?
We are the nature of that itself. You wonder why I was kind of staring out. Now I know why we do not have the seats facing towards the ocean. Because you kind of get a little lost in nature. So now you understand why you are where you are. But so there was God looking back at God as you're looking back at me. The namaste just gives me God bumps, man. It's just absolutely beautiful. So who is here for the very first time? Just raise your hands gently. That's it. Good. So we know something about you, and we found it out before you came, and we just want to share it with you, if you don't mind. I like that look. It's like, really? That will be interesting to know. So shall we? Yes. All right. You are magnificent. And we know that about you because we know it about ourselves, because that's where magnificent meets magnificence. and love needs love. So shall we all say it together? I am magnificent. Now we're going to try something really different today, just to shake it up at the end of the year. You're going to say you're magnificent to somebody next to you, but you're going to also add something. Yeah, a little thinking going on here today. No rote here. You're going to say you are magnificent, you're magnificent, you are loved. You are magnificent and you are loved. Oh, you see? See how that felt? Yeah, so have at it. You are magnificent. You are
magnificent. You are loved.
You are loved.
Magnificent. Magnificent and love.
You are magnificent and you are loved.
Except that now adds another hour onto our service, just FYI. Wow, we've created a love fest. This is wonderful. Okay, so take that love, take that magnificence, and let's go into our opening song. Stand up, that's it. Yes. Woo.
You don't have it.
You guys got the programs?
Yeah, they were the first time.
See those beautiful CSL Kauai faces. 2, 1, 2, 2. Shine, shine, shine. Shine your light. You are light, so let it shine, shine, shine. Golden light, rainbow light, black and white, let it shine, shine, shine. Lift your voice and your radiance, let it be free, let it shine, shine, shine. Freedom is, freedom is inside, so let it shine, shine, shine. But if your heart has been stored inside, let your light see my light, let it shine, shine, shine. Shine, shine, shine. Shine your light. You are light, so let it shine, shine, shine. Golden light, rainbow light, black and white, let it shine, shine, shine. Let your voice, let your radiance, let it be free, let it shine, shine, shine. Freedom is, freedom is inside, so let it shine, shine, shine. But if your light has been stored inside, let your light see my light, let it shine, shine, shine. Shining is your birthright, so let it shine, shine, shine.
So what I know right here, right now about that is that there is a bright light in this room and it is radiating through all of us as one, all of us as individualized expressions of it. And I know that this service is filled with that light and that we are expanding at this very moment into that light, into that beauty, into that amazing, amazing selves that we are and that amazing selves that we share with each other during this service. So the service is blessed. It is wonderful. It is a time of expansion, of awakening, and a time of love, a time of love. So I just let it go, and just let it go and let it be. And let it be from moment to moment with spirit as I release my word in gratitude as we say together, and so it is.
Shine, shine, shine. Shine your light. You are light, so let it shine, shine, shine. Golden light, rainbow light, black and white. shine. Lend your voice and your radiance, and give free language. Shine, shine, shine. Freedom is all. Freedom is. Freedom is. Freedom is inside, so let it shine, shine, shine. Beneath your hood and big store inside. Let your light see my light, let it shine, shine, shine. The shining is your birthright, so let it shine, shine, shine.
Amazing song written by Jeremy Brown.
Oh my goodness. We are shining. Shining so much I need some sunglasses. Look at you. Look at you. Oh, we have a treat today after I do this wonderful, wonderful reading that I found for you. It's very bold and daring, and it comes from that movie We Bought a Zoo, which I never saw. But this was paraphrased, and I got very excited, and you know what happens when I get excited. I got to share it. So this is what it is. And then when I'm done, I'm going to invite my our wonderful friend, David Allen Cruz, up here, who is from the Global Truth Center, where Rita and I just came from before we met you 3 years ago. So this is such an honor to have David and Nada in town. And today's like an old home week because I have my Orion and Sterling from the same center when I was the wonderful, fantastic, one and only youth leader, I believe, was the deal. And so, it's all right, there'll be pictures later. But it's so exciting, it's like an old home week. So let me go on with this, and then I'm going to invite him up to do our prayer for us for this new year. So, it says, someone is waiting for your courage. That someone is you and me. Let's take the leap next time we are called to do so. You'll know the moment has arrived when that little niggly voice shows up that says, you can't, you better not, you're not really capable, you shouldn't, you couldn't, not in a million years. That's why it will take, and I love this, insane courage. Insane courage. You'll have to be braver than those voices. The voices are ancient history. They've had their share of airtime. Insane courage is well beyond the confines of that same old box, that same old safe box. Insane courage throws a deaf ear to the old paradigm. Can we do it? You know what it says? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, we can. It is what we came here for. It is for the great adventure. Let's go live it. So let's say together, I dare to live fully right here and right now. I dare to live fully right here and right now. One more time. I dare to live fully right here and right now. And now I invite my wonderful, wonderful friend who is also in ministerial training on the mainland. And here we have David Allen Cruz.
Aloha.
Aloha.
And mahalo, Reverend Patrick, Reverend Rita, for inviting me in. Thank you so very much. I was remarking to my beautiful wife, Nada, how do you tell when the visitors come in from the mainland? They're the only ones wearing the long pants. And shoes.
Reverend, of course.
Thank you so very much, and good morning, everybody. Wow, what a beautiful place. Congratulations.
We have one thing for you, though.
Yes, and congratulations to all of you.
Yes. There you go, my brother. Now he's complete. Now he's arrived.
What a wonderful thing it is to be here. What a wonderful thing it is to share this morning with you. So let me invite you then, if you will, to Make yourselves comfortable in your seats. Yes, to do that, to breathe deeply, to settle in and center in. If it's comfortable for you to do so, close your eyes. If not, that's perfectly acceptable as well. And notice that. Notice, feel, listen. Because there it is. Let me share with you what I know. I know that it's all here right now because there's only one thing, there's only one energy. Feel that. Feel that. And that energy is creation, the love, the wonder, community, the oneness that we call God, that we are. I know that I am that. I know that that energy lives within me. I know that I exist with it at all times. Never ever separate, because there is no separation. That is quite impossible. And I know that is true for Reverend Rita. I know that is true for Reverend Patrick, and every beautiful face and every beautiful body that exists right here in this room right now in this wonderful Center for Spiritual Living. And as I look out the window and as I look at that beautiful palm tree and as I look at the ocean beyond, I know that that too is God, that I know that in that ocean exists that wonderful creative energy. That I am, as Rumi says, the entire ocean in a drop. And collectively, we spread that joy, we spread that love, we spread that cheer. And as we come now to what is called the end of the year, mahalo to that year, mahalo to 2015, to that wonderful experience that I've had. And as I think about that year with all of its wonder, all of its beauty, all of its joy, all of its sadness, all of its tragedy, all of its remarkable energy, I open my arms wide and I embrace that year and I hold it closely to me and I breathe it and I feel it and I love it and I say thank you, mahalo to that year. Everything and all of it, because it was perfect in every aspect, every element, every joy with every sadness, with all the laughter and all the tears. And I release it, letting it go, as my arms again open wide to invite 2016. Come on, baby, bring it on. I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you. Because we're going to grow, we're going to grow, we're going to grow, and we're going to build, and we're going to be, and we're going to share, and we're going to excite, and it's a wonderful roller coaster ride, and that's where I live, that's who I am, and I know that that is true. And I know it's true for all of us here. I know that every one of us is ready for this wonderful year to come, because we are that year. We are the creation. I am the creator of my reality, and I create love. And I create joy, and I create truth. And that is what I am, and that is all that I am, and that is what Reverend Patrick and Reverend Rita and all these beautiful, beautiful faces and these beautiful bodies are. That is all we are. We are that truth, we are that love, we are that joy, we are that creation. And with that knowledge, with that joy, with that understanding, I release this word into the universe, knowing that it is law, knowing that it is done, knowing that it is so, and together with energy and exuberance, we all say, and so it is. Mahalo. And I pass the speaking stick.
Awesome, huh? Yeah, when you hear the truth, it just rings through every cell in your body. That is the truth. Thank you, David. That's amazing.
Hard for David because he's a little tired from the travel, so his energy level isn't quite up to where it could be. But thank you very much, David. Yeah, you are my brother.
So that, something happened. That was a spiritual mind treatment and something happened. I felt it. And I felt it in the room, and thank you so much. Awesome.
Yes, my brother.
So.
There you go. It's all yours, guys.
I feel it too.
It's only up now.
All right, so the theme for the month is shine, right? Shine. So this inspired this song. I want to do it in the beginning of the month, but we're doing it now, which is perfect. And so with that said, we've been very blessed to be in this room and at the other hotel and holding the music. And we gratefully pass the torch to Michael and Carrie starting this new year. And we gratefully will come and fill in anytime you need us. And we'll be at some soccer games and we'll try to come in and enjoy the Sunday services. And we just love you all so much. You just shining.
Morning sun comes through the window on your head. I awake to find your spirit everywhere. I may not have that much to give in material things, but what I have is this song, and to you I sing. Shine on, shine on. Let your light fill up this world till dawn. Shine on, shine on. Let your light fill up this world till dawn.
All night long, I wait for you when you find me there. I'm amazed at the loving that we both have shared. I may not have that much to give in material things, but what I have I give to you so freely. Shine on, shine on. Let your light fill up this world till dawn.
Shine on, shine on.
Let your light fill up this world till dawn. All night long, I will wait for your fire. All night long, I will wait for your fire. All night long, I will wait for your fire. All night long, I will wait for your fire.
The morning sun comes through the window on your head. I awake to find your spirit everywhere. You know I may not have that much to give in material things, but what I have I give to you so freely. So shine on, shine on. Let your light fill up this world till dawn.
Shine on, shine on, and let your light fill up this world too long. All night long, I will wait for your fire. All night long, I will wait for your fire.
I'll wait for you, yeah.
All night long, I will wait for your fire.
I'll wait for you.
All night long, I will wait for your fire.
I'll wait, yeah. All night long.
I will wait for your fire. All night long, I will wait for your fire.
You too. Just a little history of them.
What, wait, I gotta say something.
Yeah.
They think they're going somewhere. We purposely did not say goodbye. First of all, you're gonna be back on January 10th. This
Yeah.
is just amazing.
It's
And
the beginning.
I'll let Pablo have it.
Because we can never can say goodbye. Oh wow, that came out of nowhere. Just so you know. What I really wanted to say is what's so beautiful about these two is Jeevan. Does everybody remember our beautiful Jeevan? He's back on island now, so I'm sure he'll be jumping in and things as well. But what happened was he was leaving, and you know when you're going away and you don't really know when you're coming back, but you don't want to tell anybody that? So Uchi goes, I'm just going to be away for a couple months. Do you mind filling in for us? And they were like, oh, what's 2 months? Well, it could be 2 years. And we're headed that way. So I want to just thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I know both of us feel this way, for not only coming in and filling in, but filling us all up with your absolute love, your creativity, and your absolute artistry. And so we know that this is, as Rita said, not goodbye for now, but we are so pleased that Michael and Carrie have decided that it is fine to step into more of a full-time thing because these two juggle a lot of things as well. So from the bottom of our hearts, we just say mahalo, mahalo, mahalo. And the CD, let's not forget the CD.
Yeah. Woo. Where do I go from all this? Okay, so, I mean, it's like it's all been said, but not really, right?
No.
There's always something to add. No, you know, there's nothing to add, really. There's nothing to add to anything. There's nothing to add to David's treatment. It was complete as it was. There's nothing to add to that music. It was complete as it was. But there's only what I have to give and what each one of us has to give. That's that different, unique thing that I always talk about. It doesn't add to it. It just is it. It's part of it. It's all of it. We're all connected. So I'm just grateful to be able to speak my word today about what's new, which is our topic today. What's new? So as I was thinking about this, I thought about like everything that happened last year. Oh my God. I mean, last year, as far as this center was concerned, is like, well, I mean, okay, so I don't even know where to start besides, okay, so we're up to about 130, 135 members. That's great, right? 135 members. We celebrated our second birthday, and we also got this place, which we know was a miracle, but a miracle that manifested itself through each and every one of us by putting our minds to it and saying we gotta have a home, and here we are. So, yeah. So I'm just so grateful for 2015, as David said in his treatment, and all the amazing things, and some of the things that maybe were hard to get through and stuff like that. But what do I take with me into the new year? That's what I want to think about. I don't really take the accomplishments of the old year into the new year, because it's done. Just like I said on Christmas Eve, Jesus already did what he needed to do for the world in his way. So it's like up to us now. So the new year is all about for me, what did I learn in 2015? What made all those things happen? that happened in 2015. And one of my favorite quotes by Ernest Holmes is, "When things look the worst is the best time to work and the most satisfying time. The person who can throw himself with a complete abandon into the limitless sea of receptivity, having cut loose from all apparent moorings, is the one." Let's take a moment, Rose. Let's take a moment for whatever's happening out there. Just know peace and light, energy and feeling. So I'm going to go back and start again. When things look the worst is the best time to work, the most satisfying time. The person who can throw himself with complete abandon into the limitless sea of receptivity, having cut loose from all apparent moorings, is the one who will always receive the greatest reward. This is the truth of our teaching. It's not just about when everything's all rosy. It's about when you can do your best work, because every challenge that we have is a call to a greater consciousness, for us to have a higher consciousness, or the challenge wouldn't be there. It's asking us to lift ourselves up to a higher level. And I feel that every challenge that I went through in 2015, I always went back to this quote and thought about it and remembered that I wasn't doing it, that there is a power that lives and breathes and moves through me, moves through each one of us, that's taking care of it. Now, does that mean I don't do anything? No. I do lots of things. I'm very busy and I do lots of things, but there comes a point where I have to say, I've done what I need to do, and now I'm handing it over to the universe. And that's a really, sometimes the most difficult thing for us to do. It's our fourth step our fifth step of treatment, is letting it go into the law. You hear it all the time, we say it. I release it, I let it go. One of our friends from North Hollywood, GTC, used to say, I get my grubby hands off it. She used to say that in her treatments. We gotta let it go. And I feel that everything that, for me, in 2015, when it happened, was the time I let it go. When I said, you know what? I really don't care if it happens or not. What I know is that I'm safe and that something amazing is happening at all times, because I don't know what's happening behind the scenes of something that seems like it's not happening, because something's always happening. So I have to let it go, and I have to just get out of the way and just say, you know what, whatever's happening now, it's for my highest good, and I'm safe, and I've made my demand on the universe, and the universe meets my demand. That's the law. So there's a saying, or quote from the Bible that says, behold, I make all things new. Remember that? Do not call to mind the former things, or ponder things of the past. Behold, I will do something new. Now it will spring forth. Will you not be aware of it? I will even make a roadway in the wilderness, rivers in the desert. Behold, I make all things new. This is not some outside thing that they're talking about. This is the very presence that lives and breathes through us, that's making all things new all the time. The sooner that we can get our minds off the past and everything we think we did and didn't do and should have done and all that, and realize that this universal power is continually making all things new, because it doesn't understand anything but now. So we get the opportunity, as we're stepping into 2016, to make all things new by just letting go and just releasing whatever we feel that we want to release, giving thanksgiving, as David said in his treatment, for it all the challenges, all the tragedies, all the everything, knowing that that all was just a call to our higher consciousness, or it wouldn't have been there. We were equal to it, and it was asking us to step up. And now we get to step up and into the new year with this renewed strength and this renewed power that is constantly making everything new, no matter what. If it's in our bodies, if it's in our finances, if it's in our relationships, doesn't matter where it is. There's nothing big or small to the mind that maketh all, as the soul that maketh all that Emerson talked about. There's nothing big or small. It doesn't know any of that. It doesn't know size, space, time. It doesn't know any of it. It's love.
Love is what propels it forward. Love and that feeling that we get when we feel that love for ourselves especially, and for whatever it is that we're doing in our lives, that love that propels that law into being. So for me, this year is about just abandoning to joy. Let it be joyful. There's this lady named Flora Shin. I just love her. She wrote a book, The Game of Life, and How to Play It. And she said, most people consider life a battle, but it's not a battle, it's a game. What if we were to look at it as a game? Everything that we're doing, like that Monopoly game or whatever game you play, and you're trying to figure out how to win the game, and stopped getting out of the tragedy of it all and just said, wow, because we're eternal beings, we're going to keep going no matter what. No matter what happens, we keep going. We saw the movie Ghost last night for about the 20th time. I'm so glad we watched it because it reminds you of that you just keep going no matter what. And you do what you have to do, and then, you're on to your next expression, but you just keep going. What is it? What does he take with him at the end? Love. The love, right? So, what if life was a game? What if we were just playing a game? Think about it. Take every aspect of your life and think about it that way. And knowing that you have the answer and the way to win the game, which is that law, that thing of your beingness, if you'll just let go and let it be. So, I don't know. Nothing else to say right now. A lot more to say that I could say, but I want to let Patrick talk too. But I just, thank you. So, if I want to leave you with a couple of little things before I turn it over to him, just remember, there is no limitation. You have no limitations. Trust your gut. What your gut's telling you, that now they're saying the gut has a brain. I mean, first it was the heart, now it's the gut. Have you heard that one, David? I don't know. That thing you feel that you're supposed to do, but maybe you don't think it's like, maybe you're not supposed to do it, but Trust that. That's your intuition. That's your God-given intuition. That is your monitor, your way of maneuvering through the world. Trust it. And if you're asking yourself whether you should do something or not in this new year, just go. Does it bring more joy? Does it bring more joy to me? Does it bring more joy to the world? Joy to the world. Does it bring more joy? And you'll know it's the right thing. Because if it's radiating in you in joy, and you're ready to step into it. And get your grubby little hands off it. Do what is yours to do, and then just say, universe, you've got it now. I've done what's mine to do. And if there's something else I'm supposed to do, then let me know through that amazing thing called intuition. All right, so mahalo for being with us this year and for everything that we've accomplished. It's just amazing. It's amazing. I'm just looking forward to 2016. I can hardly wait. Aloha.
You got something else to say?
No, I just want to give mahalo to you.
Oh.
All right, for us following the stream, and obviously it was meant to be. Yes.
Oh, thank you. Mahalo. Well, I have something. I'm going to make this quick. Not. I just love the end of the year because it gives you that chance to reflect. And just on that note of Ghost, the movie, how could you watch a movie that many times and still be on pins and needles when you know the end? I'm like, I hope he gets out. And I'm thinking, you've seen this before. So it's kind of like life, Sometimes we know the ending. And spiritual mind treatment, which is so great, is that we do know the result already. We've already seen the ending if we choose for it to be. We have already declared what it is that we want to experience. And we make that so by declaring it and getting out of the way. And getting your grubby hands is such a warm and fuzzy feeling, isn't that? But it's always, to me, this new year, you remember all the resolutions and all the stuff that nobody does anymore because it's so depressing by the end of the year because you go through it and you go, I didn't accomplish any of those things I said. And so you just kind of set yourself up for failure. And I don't believe in failure because we're already a success right here. We don't have to wait for New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. We are already, every moment that we're living is a new moment. Now, I happen to have a tradition, everybody does, about how to do the New Year's Eve thing. And for me, New Year's Eve became very disappointing as years went on because you had these great expectations, right? And they were okay, but I had some great ones, but so much expectation put on that. And what I did was I looked up some of the other traditions, and the one that I got when I was in Thailand, which I absolutely took with me, which doesn't make a lot of people happy, is that I get rid of everything about Christmas before New Year's. Not because I'm superstitious. I'm not superstitious. I just want a nice, clean start. Now, if you lived in our household growing up and you had your tree up 4th of July, then we were still going to take it down, but the problem was that no one wanted to do it, and I never really resonated to it. I always thought, New Year, new Santa still up on the wall. It doesn't work for me. So since I met Rita, I pretty much have done that everything goes down, and in the center of the tree will come down. And when you come here on January 3rd, we're going to clean. Now, no, I'm kidding. You're clean before. But what's interesting is I wanted to address the idea of superstition from a science of mind, from a new thought perspective. There's a difference between superstition and ritual, and it just feels good. It feels good to me to clean everything and start my year new. It just feels good. Nothing bad's gonna happen to me if I don't clean up. Nothing, because it's all about luck in these superstitions and traditions. For instance, did you know that in certain traditions, after they sweep for like weeks and they clean every single corner of the room to get out the bad luck from last year and then enter in the good luck? Now, from a science of mind perspective, that doesn't really work for me. It doesn't mean that it's not great, because here's the good news. It's done unto you as you believe. So if you believe that you're knocking the boogeyman out the door, then the boogeyman will go out your door. And that's the good news. So there's a thing that the next day on New Year's, whoever walks into your door first time, and it has to be the right foot, lots of pressure. So it has to be the right foot, and they suggest children because they're pure in energy coming into. But to me, that's the little bit of a difference between superstition and just that it feels good to do a ritual. And there's another ritual. We have a friend that gets dollar bills and she sleeps with them on New Year's Eve, cuddles up to cash flow. So the next year, the flow will be coming in, right? Do we have judgment? Absolutely not. If sleeping with money makes you feel good, it's all God, man, at the end of the day. But what I'm about, and then I have another friend, since we're bringing them all out of the closet, they sit in the wonderful, beautiful house, too, with this big pit of fire, and they all burn some money naked. So that's another Woodstock experience. Then there's cash in your wallet. You want a little cash in your wallet to start the new year. And then here's the good news, no cleaning on New Year's Day. Can't even take out the garbage. You can't even wash your dishes because the new stuff is in and you might wash it away. So besides the fact this would make a wonderful stand-up routine, that was not my purpose. My purpose is that there is nothing wrong with tradition. There is nothing wrong with these beautiful, beautiful ideas of inviting people into your home on New Year's Day so that you're inviting in the new. There's nothing wrong with cleaning. I love that. But I was telling Rita, because she said, well, what's the difference between you wanting to clean it and superstition? Because I know this, that if I don't do it, nothing's going to happen to me unless I what? Believe. The season's all about I do believe, I do believe. And so these were, I just want to see if I got any. Oh, the Banakai is a party, which I probably did not say. It's usually held among office colleagues and bosses. And what I do like about the word Banakai, it means forget the year party. And so what they do is they all get together, and this is so great. They all kind of like, if you have anything left over, this is the time to do it. You know, like, I didn't get the raise, thank you very much. And you're releasing all of your resentments and everything else that goes with it. That's what, for me, what I do about New Year's is I take stock of my year. I don't look ahead to see what I'm going, another to-do list for the next year, right? I look at my year, as Rita was saying, and I said, what did I do in 2015 that brought a little bit more joy to my life, a lot of joy to someone else's life? And how did I get to know God more? That's what I do for the new year. I clean out all of that stuff that has been holding me down. And I take a look at it, and as David was saying, I say, I love you. I was looking at it this morning. This makes my 1 year of writing this blog, this post that I do every year. And I looked back at the post from 1 year ago today to see what I wrote. The same thing. No, I wrote this idea that the winds were blowing. Makani blow. And I said, the winds of change are upon me. And it's not what I do with the change. It's not the wind that I'm concerned with. It's what do I do amongst the wind? How do I handle it when everything's blowing in my life? How do I handle it when I lose someone I love? How do I handle it when I haven't met up to my expectations? And it comes back to love. So that's what I want to remember 2015, no matter what went on, to clean it out. Get rid of the yesteryear corpse that we sometimes drag with us into the new year. And the great news is, no one's holding it there but me. I get the opportunity, and for those who have been around me, I know the only way for me to free myself for the new year is to forgive myself for anything in 2015 that I feel that I need to be forgiven for. And I don't need you to do it. I get to be right there with me and say, I forgive you. I forgive all those people that I have made up such great stories about. God, I've made up good stories about them. It could be another ghost if I really, really worked on this idea of the stories I've made up about everyone. And at the end of the year, I looked at a couple of people that their stories were still hanging on a little closer than I'd like to have. I do have 4 days. And they came so close, and I thought to myself, I don't even look at it the same way anymore. Everything that I had bought, that I had told, really? Really? And I said, how do I get out of this mess that I created with these stories? And that voice from right down to the bottom of my soul said, love. That's all you got to do, man, no matter what. Love. Love yourself. Today, the next day, and every day for the rest of our experience. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Alrighty. Yeah, quite a day. I feel like we could get in pajamas. We've been here. It feels like a full, I feel like we have just been here a while, just experiencing this wonderful energy. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. And thank you very much for all your generosity this year to the center. We totally and completely and just lovingly appreciate everyone and all they've given. Thank you in all ways, financially, talent, time, everything. Just thank you. And this is actually our last collection of the year. Wow. Okay, so thank you in advance. As I always say, every Sunday it goes forth for this ministry and back out into the world through our tithings. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Take it away.
Thank you,
For
Jerry.
reminding me.
We might have to call you if we.
Oh my God, I love this congregation. Thank you so much for
That's
inviting me.
right.
We do have an affirmation, and it is in your program. And it goes like this.
Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source of my supply. I give freely today, knowing it returns to me abundantly. Now we can
sing. Yay.
Blessed am I, Spirit am I am the infinite within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. All this I am. Blessed am I, Spirit am I am the infinite within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. All this I am. Blessed am I, Spirit am I am the infinite within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. All this I am. Blessed am I, Spirit am I am the infinite within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. All this I am. Blessed am I, Spirit am I am the infinite within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. All this I am.
What I know right here and right now is that there is no beginning and no end to abundance. It just is. And I know that we are blessed. I'm so grateful for the blessings in this basket. I'm so grateful for the blessings in this room. I'm so grateful for this center and for all that we have done this year and for all that has contributed to that in everything. So I know that we do go forth to heal, prosper, and bless each one of us individually, and what we give returns to us abundantly. I know that I claim that, and I just give great gratitude for it as I release my word, as I release it as law, as we say together. And
so it is.
There you go.
Okay.
So,
Right.
a few thank yous for Melissa and Judah, which is their first time. And they're the ones greeting you at the door, letting you know who and what you are. And so thank you. Thank you for jumping in here today. It's so nice to see your fresh faces at our doors, so thank you. And we have our meditation, Michelle, like proud parents here. It's like whenever they get up, you're sitting there and you're going, yeah, there she is, So thank you. It was just absolutely wonderful.
And Roseanne, where are you? Oh, she's gone. She'll be back. Thank you very much, Roseanne. We love you. Thank you for all you do. Yay. And she does our programs over the weekend, a million other things.
And
In
she's
fact, she's
putting up
creating our angel wall, the one that we said we were going to do from the faith lift. It's going up on that wall pretty soon. All the names are here. And Rob, thank you for the last year.
Thank you for all of you watching out there.
Yes. And Loya, where are you?
Loya's
Right here. Loya, thank you for the flowers.
Beautiful flowers.
And for all that you do for the center too. Thank
And
you so
Stephanie
much.
usually is in the bookstore, but Glenn has offered to stand at the bookstore and do all of the purchasing that you need to do and take care of it.
Yes, thank you.
And there'll be sign-up sheets there as
And
well.
I also want to thank Ron Stover. I have not thanked him in the past.
He's
He's
doing
cutting
something.
cake right now or doing something in there, but he's been kind of this little refreshment angel. He just goes in there and makes sure there's coffee and he makes sure that if there's cookies, they get out, and he's just really, he does it like he's a secret elf. But I want to thank
She'll let him fool you. Just a few little minutes. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Okay, so, and Jeremy and Amy.
Michael, thank you for jumping in on sound today.
Yeah, thank you.
And everything else that you do.
And thank you to all of you for being here, and my beautiful husband.
And we cannot forget our wonderful David over here, jumped in and gave us that power treatment. Yes. Power hour, we call it. Thank you, very good. Welcome to Power Hour.
And I want to thank Janice too. She stays in consciousness all the time for our children, even though they're not totally here. They're coming. Anyway, so that's it. All right. I think if I forgot anybody, please.
And if you had a birthday this month that we didn't get you because we're on the member thing list, it's okay. Did you have a birthday? Anyone have a birthday in December?
That we didn't know about?
So maybe we better do a little happy birthday, and then we will go into our closing song.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. Happy birthday to you.
Let's take it out with that New Year spirit. Yes. New moment spirit.
I give thanks for life, from my roots up to my crown. I give thanks for love that's within and all around. I give thanks for the rain, sacred waters of rebirth. I give thanks for the sun, always shining on the earth. I give thanks for I am a conscious co-creator. I give thanks for I am my own liberator. I give thanks for you, you shine so true. Aloha, I honor the divinity in you. Mahalo, kea kua. Mahalo, I give thanks for I am a conscious co-creator. I give thanks for I am my own liberator. I give thanks for you, you shine so true. Aloha, I honor the divinity in you.
Staying with that absolute beat. Staying with that beat of life. What I know right here, right now, is that we have come together today on purpose. On absolute divine purpose. And this is a new moment, a new unborn moment that we are celebrating. And the possibilities are just endless, endless. So I celebrate right here, right now, each and every one of us. I celebrate the music. I celebrate the heart. I celebrate the love. I celebrate the vibratory, absolute vibratory energy that is pulsating through each and every one of us. And it does not stay in this room. Oh, no, it does not. It goes out and around, and it fills up every space that needs to be filled up. And its name is love. Say it with me. I am love. I am love. And this love goes out and from. And it never, ever, ever, ever abandons us because it is our true identity. So it is time to get out of the way now, to let it be and to just settle into that law of our being that always says, yes, 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 love. Say it with me, yes, yes, yes. And together we say, and so it is.
I give thanks for life, from my roots up to my crown. I give thanks for love that's within and all around. I give give thanks for the rain, sacred waters of rebirth. I give thanks for the sun, always shining on the earth. I give thanks for I am a conscious co-creator. I give thanks for I am my own liberator. I give thanks for you, you shine so true. Aloha, I honor the divinity in you. Mahalo, ke akua. Mahalo, mahalo, kaulua. Eke kane kamakani ame kaua. I give thanks for I am a conscious co-creator. I give thanks for I am my own liberator. I give thanks for you, you shine so true. Aloha, I honor the divinity in you. Let's do it one more time. Mahalo. Mahalo, ke akua. Mahalo, iloa. Mahalo, kaulua. Eke kane kamakani ame kaua. I give thanks for I am a conscious co-creator. I give thanks for I am my own liberator. I give thanks for you, you shine so true. Aloha, I honor the divinity in you.
Cake is cut, thanks to Ron.
Ready, lady, Revs.